Yo, what is up, guys? Real Diversity here, man. We're back with a 2K My Team episode for Triple Threat Online. We're gonna show you how to score points, assists, and rebounds, all and no doesn't matter the build or position. We're gonna show you how to score, get all three of those in Triple Threat in the best ways. So it won't take us too long to get through the it won't take us too long to get through the points and assists because those are like kind of really tied together, and those aren't really what you want to go for too much in triple threat. If you really want points and assists, go straight to rookie domination, and you can drop like 123, 130, 120 around that in triple in domination a game, and like you, so you can drop that in basically less than 20 minutes. So I suggest doing that for sure. Um, if you're looking for points and assists, because it's easier to score on both of those. So it's easier to get assists if it's easier to score. So we're gonna show you how to do this in triple threat. So just in case you just like playing triple threat, or you just want to grind on triple threat and you're trying to maybe do evo cards at the same time or whatever. But we're gonna focus on that too. But the main thing we're really gonna show you is rebounding and how to get rebounds for all positions here. So we're gonna start with points and assists. We won't jump too deep into it, like I said, because they're it's like just two methods really, and they're both tied together. So we're gonna show you those two right now, and we're gonna talk through them. Well, actually, first let me do it like this. I'll tell you how to do it, and then I'll show you the clip. So if you want points and assists, what you have to do is they're intertwined, and this method will also work. There's a method for rebounds. You guys gonna see it. You're gonna have proof evidence on when I show the clips. But just listen to me for now. Okay, so what is on the screen is not the method yet, but we're gonna talk through it. These are just highlights right now. But so for points and assists, what you want to do is either the main method. You probably know this one is to just come down baseline and curve inside for an easy layup. Well, the trick, or really best trick with that one is if you're gonna do that baseline trick, you want to make sure that before you go into the baseline, that maybe it's two defenders on the same side, so that they maybe get caught up in each other and it's an easy open lane. And sometimes it don't work as well if you have a better defender on you. So sometimes it doesn't always work. Now the second method is what will work usually when that first one doesn't, when going baseline doesn't work. So it is doing, you call for a screen with whoever the screener will be the person you want to score the ball. You call for a screen, you do a step back as soon as they're about to hit the screen. Do a step back, and your man will cut in. The person you want to score the points, the screener, will cut in, and you will have an open, easy lane. And we're gonna, like I said, gonna show you guys clips of this and give you guys proof of exactly how to do it. All right, so here we go with the baseline clip right here. So just easy baseline, nothing hard about it. You just catch, and this is what I meant by assist and points go hand in hand on here, because all you have to do is pass it to whoever you want to have the assist, then pass it to the scorer, and it is an easy baseline finish. This works really well against slower defenders, and usually like mismatches, like say you got a big man guarding you and you're like a small forward or something like that, and you got a center guarding you, or two if you're like a just a quicker player, and three, what is it, just mismatches in general. If they're just bad defenders, they'll let you blow bomb pretty easily. So those are like, the main times you want to try to do this, and it does not work all the time, especially against good defenders or people that are faster than you. So like I said, here you go, just quick blow by. I think there was a center holding me there, or just a really slower player there. But that's just simpler as you do it with the baseline there. That one isn't as steep of a curve, and I didn't show the one where you have two defenders, but that's, I think everyone pretty much knows how to do the baseline, so there's no need to go deep into it. All right, so here's the next method. This one here takes almost this works for, like I said, everyone. Like I said, a lot of people don't meet the requirements for the first one, which is baseline, especially if you're like a center, you're slower car. Maybe you're trying to evolve some evo cards, and when evo cards first start out, they're really trash. So just look here at this method here. Then this is very similar to how you're gonna get rebounds, but just let me talk you through this one here. So you inbound the ball, You're gonna call for a screen. You want it about half court, step back. It brings both defenders to you, and you just kick it inside for an easy layup. Now, this does not always work. You're gonna maybe have to do this multiple times. It may not work on the first try or so, but if you keep doing it, you will eventually get an open lane like that. So just know that this may not work always on the first few tries, and basically all these methods may not work obviously in the first try or two, just like that baseline draw may not always work. So these very well depend on defenders. Oh, also this method does not work if you're using, doesn't it work well if you're using a center. So sometimes centers when you do the screen, sometimes their man don't come in. Their mans don't like to come in to help defend on that three, that step back three. So a lot of times they don't work. So it takes more tries when you're like using a center with this method, because just sometimes they just don't like to like come in and close out on the shooter. So that's just a problem. There's a lot of times with the center. So this it's really just hardest to score with centers in almost all categories and things like that, especially if they're not a shooter. But it this also works really hard. Method is really hard to do when you have like post defenders, and just the better the defender, the more just the harder it is just to score with either of these methods. But these are just the easiest top two ways for sure to just score points on here in triple threat online. And that's how you do assists too. So both these methods are also assist methods and point methods. So obviously you want the guy that passes the ball inside if you want the assist. For all these situations, this is how you get your assist. Okay, so we're gonna hop into rebounding, which is the more extensive part of the video. But first, let me show you guys something if you didn't know. So player-wise, what you want to always do is you want to make sure you're always using in all of your lineups Evo cards. It gives you low matchups on triple threat online, so it makes it a lot easier to go against scorers or to go against weaker defenders and things like that. But it's always easier and better to make sure you have Evo cards, because from wherever that Evo card started at, is if it started as an Emerald, Ruby, or whatever, it will bring in other. The competition will be as if you're still a Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire, whatever you started as. So like this Diamond Dwight, he's a Diamond Dwight Howard, but his matchups will always be like Emerald or Ruby at the max, maybe Amethyst at the most. So you got to really make sure you're using the right cards. So just use all Evo cards. It helps a lot. Even the cards you're just like this, just in the game for just to be there, because you're gonna play well on defense with these cards. And, you're just gonna have bad matchups like gold players, things like that. Okay, so let's hop. Okay, we're gonna hop into the rebounding. So essentially, the method is the same with the step back, but this time instead of passing it in, you're gonna shoot it out. And then also, your main focus on rebounds needs to be defense. You need to be playing a certain type of defense that assures you get the rebound almost every time, but it depends a lot on if they make or miss the bucket. So here we go. I'm gonna hop into these clips here, and we're just gonna talk through them. So here, same thing: screen, step back, screen, step back. Is gonna draw this method is just to draw in both defenders to you, so it leaves you wide open inside to catch it and rebound if it comes at the right angle. So this is a hit or miss, and it works better with the better rebounder you have, especially if you have like a center, especially if you have a glass cleaner. This method works to almost perfection, and you can get like 30 rebounds a game. Now, when you're playing with like a small forward, shooting guard, or something like that, trying to get rebounds, this does not work too well. You may get like 12, 15 to 20 a game, which it's just not the same. So just step back, call for a screen. You want to step back around like the half court line, and then you just want to throw it back out every time you get the board. Just shoot it back up. So here we go. Let's call for a screen. Look at this. Step back, clear both the defenders. Easy rebound there. Next video here. So here, this is how you get rebounds on defense. This is what you need to do every single time. Jump with whoever has the ball. So jump at the ball handler every time, and whoever you want to get rebounds, pit them right inside the paint for an easy contest. And sometimes they just pull up, so that's what you're hoping for. They pull up and miss. Sometimes, a lot of times they make it, or sometimes they just drive in, and you can easily contest the layup and get the rebound from there. So that's all you want to do right there. Just let them shoot. Let them have as many open shots. Don't ever guard the shot. Just let them shoot it up and just grab the rebound there. So this is another clip with the same method here, but we're finna also Oh no, this is the same clip. But yeah, just all you want to do is just make sure you just let them shoot. Let them shoot. That is your best way of getting rebounds, especially with like the non-rebounder players, like the non-centers and non-power forwards. So that's definitely your best method right there. Just let it come off the rim. Let them shoot. They will sometimes make, so don't expect it to work every time. So we go here, step back, got the rebound. Patrick Beverly, he's just there to bring in bad defenders, and he's a good defender. He's just there to bring in bad matchups, a good defender. So, and he misses three, so it's easy for me to just let him throw it up. So here we go again. Step back, half court, missed. Caught the rebound, just throw it back up. We didn't get it this time, but that's just what you want to do is just throw it back up. Caught that. We caught the miss. Here, we're going to call for that screen, of course. Step back, throw it up. Comes off the glass. You don't always get the rebound. Trust me, you do not. Especially the with the smaller position you have, you will not get this rebound every time. It's just all about luck here. But this is just the best way to put you in the best possible situation. So here we're just gonna keep calling screens. We're not even just gonna shoot it up. We're gonna make sure we keep calling those screens and it's resetting the play. But like I said, there you don't always get it. It just depends on if you're in the right place, right time. So here we go. Step back three, drill in both defenders, easy layup. Here also, a lot of times you may not necessarily want to switch to your rebounder so fast. A lot of times, if you see them put their hand up, just let your AI catch the rebound. If he picks his finger up, that means he's finna get the rebounds. Just let him catch the rebound. Don't switch to him to catch it yourself. Just let the AI do the work there if you see them put their finger up. But other than that, you can switch to the defender to try to get it yourself. Because sometimes they won't always come in to grab the board. So you want to sometimes make sure you switch over to make sure you put yourself in a good position to get it. And here, okay, let me make sure I rerun this. So a lot of times you catch yourself on a fast break and you don't want to score the ball and you don't really feel like waiting to set up the screen and stuff. You can just hold Y or try or what is it on the PlayStation triangle and force them to cut to the basket and then push up on the analog stick to shoot the ball. And sometimes you'll be able to get a rebound like this. So I'm making him driving. I'm making him cut to the rim. But it didn't work in this clip, but I was just trying to show you guys the general concept. You want to make them drive to the basket and throw it up with the analog stick there. And here's another clip on also how to get points. I'm gonna probably add that. But yeah, there's another point clip right there. Step back. Here we go. How we want that rebound. Just toss it back up. Trying to get as many rebounds as we can there. So here, sometimes you get the wrong. So I hate when it happens, but sometimes you get the wrong screener, and it's pretty annoying at times. So step back three, clear both defenders. This works best when once again when they are non-centers. So when they're like bad defenders and non-centers, so it works. So yeah, I mean if you're not using a big guy, there will come in. Both of them, but a lot of times, sometimes the man that's supposed to come for the help stays back, so it doesn't work all the time. Disclaimer for all of these methods: do not think just because of these clips they work every single time. They work maybe 60-40% of the time, but this is your best shot of getting rebounds. I feel like in any other game mode, you want to just do this on triple threat, and you can really knock out like maybe 1,000 rebounds for like Dwight Howard and like 1,000 rebounds for Dwight Howard in maybe 4 or 5 hours. So it's not too bad. And it's definitely to me the best way. I've not seen a better way on domination, but you have more like customization, offensive, defensive settings on those modes. So it may be a better method that I just don't know about. But as far as I know, for getting rebounds, this is the best method. And what you only really want